Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and the channel is called Shellsbitsandpieces, where you'll find a little bit of everything all in one place. So how you guys doing today? It's Saturday, and I have for you another craft haul from the Goodwill Outlets. For those of you that don't know, I am a thrift store junkie. I go there on Friday nights after work, and I find some of the coolest things ever, and today is no exception. So I think we're just going to jump right in because I got a pretty good size haul for you today. So the first few things are just random stuff. I've got a mixture of craft supplies, household goods, books, and things. So I just wanted to share with you what I found. And let's just start with some basic stuff. So this is a small pile of some napkins that I found for my crafting. There are some really cool crafts that you can do with napkins. People make faux stamps, like faux postage stamps and things. And I have done a video on that. I can link it at the bottom if you'd like to take a look at it. It's an older video. I did it about 3 years ago or so, and yeah, so you can use these for all kinds of craft projects. So that's why when I see them, I pick them up occasionally, not every single time. But these I thought were cool because they've got wine bottles and wine glasses and different names of the wines and stuff. So I thought that was cool. And on the back side, there's reds and whites, always good. And then this I thought was really cool. I liked the fact that it has a lot of stuff going on. There are colors, there are shapes, there are images, and it looks like, if you fold it out, because I didn't fold it out, it looks like it's just double images, but it's still pretty cool, and you can do a lot with this. So I grabbed a few of these. When you go into the Goodwill Outlets, and I don't know if you guys have one in your city or town, but when you go in there, the stuff is just in these giant rolling carts, and it's just all thrown in together, and sometimes packages are open, sometimes, a lot of times, things are broken, but often enough for me, I can find things that are brand new and still intact. So that's why I go through them and rummage through the stuff, because there's some really cool things there. Okay, so moving right along, so I got a few of these. And then I found this. This is just some Christmas wrapping paper, and I thought it was so pretty with all the sleighs and the trees and stuff. So I might be able to use this either in a craft project or to even wrap some gifts. I do on occasion buy wrapping paper when I'm there if I see cool patterns. I've actually found some really neat vintage patterned paper that I've picked up from time to time. So, you know, I'll just add that to my stash. Next up, I found this, and I have one of these, I think, left in one of my shops, but it's copper. And for some reason, these fish pans are really popular. I don't know how well this one will sell because it's not copper, and I really don't know what it's made of, but it's pretty substantial as far as weight goes. I think it probably weighs almost a pound, if not a little over. It's a little beat up and needs to be cleaned, but I think somebody will want this, and that's why I picked it up. Next is just this. It's a cool little storage container, and I thought that I could use this for either my fasteners or maybe some ephemera. I'm going to be moving my craft room to another area of my house, and I'm just trying to get things that I know I can store stuff in and see it easily for when I'm doing my craft videos. Yeah, so that's why I picked this up. And it does need to be cleaned. It's a little yucky. But, you know, when you go to the bins, everything's yucky. So you just kind of have to look past the yuck and, you know, find the cool stuff. All right, so this I thought was cute. Brand new in the package. And it's a stitch and mark bookmark that you can do cross stitch on, and you can do pretty much any design you want, really. It's set up and ready to go. All you have to do is stitch, and it looks like at one time it was $4 wherever it was originally sold. And then I don't know if this is a Goodwill tag or not, but it says wares and it says $1.99, so I'll let you see that. And I turned my camera on autofocus, so hopefully it does that. Hey, look at that, it worked. Ha! I'm not really a great camera person. I just want you guys to know. I've dabbled with photography a little bit over the years, and I can't get it. So I just stick to crafting and thrifting. That's my jam. All right, so next up, I found this really neat binder. It's called a Laboratory Research Notebook. And the pages I thought were, actually the pages are why I bought it, but I like the cover. It's glossy and it can be sanded and it's a little thick, but I could even cut this off of here and use it as a binder or cover for a junk journal. I haven't decided, but anyway, it's brand new. Whoever bought it never used it. So I have the whole book to myself, and it's got a project log page, which is also cardstock, but these yummy grid pages, and they are, what the heck do you call that? Oh my God, it's like a ticket where you would write on something, and then underneath it would be like a carbon copy. So these are neat, and it's a brand new full book. I don't know how much use I'll get out of this right away, but when you see stuff like this, you have to pick it up because down the road there will be a use for it, and I'm just gonna have to find some room to put it somewhere. I have a decent sized craft space, but I'm running out of room. So anyway, I found this. I went to Hobby Lobby a few months back, and thankfully what I purchased was on sale. But do you guys know how expensive watercolor paper is? I don't know how much this would normally cost regular price. It's 30 sheets. It's a not complete. There were a couple that were used in this tablet, so I tore those out because I didn't want to buy something that was already like used on the watercolor paper. But otherwise, it's a pretty clean pad of watercolor paper, and this stuff is really not a cheap item when you buy it brand new, but it's great for crafting. Watercolor especially, and then all the Tim Holtz inks and pens and crayons and things that I have will hold on this really nicely. So yeah, I picked it up because you can never have too much. This I thought was cute, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it exactly. I have a feeling I'm going to give this as a gift to somebody, but at this point in time I'm not sure, but it's really cute. It's called The Coloring Book of Cards and Envelopes, and the theme is Nature by Rebecca Jones. I don't know who she is, but I thumbed through this and oh my God, it's so cute. It's got stickers, and you can make your own envelope. Everything is scored, and you can do it, you know, one side or the other. And there are also little cards that you could color, and then you could write your name, colored for you by. And I just thought it was a cute little thing. Oh no, it is used. Darn it. Well, I guess I won't be giving this as a gift. Oh well, that's okay. I'm sure I will find a use for it. Bummer. Okay, next up, super quick, these items. I picked this up. This is just a cooling rack for cookies, cakes, whatever you bake, anything you want. I can utilize this either in my kitchen or I can use it for my crafts. Haven't quite decided, but it's new. It doesn't have anything on it. There's no rust. There's no, it doesn't even look like it was ever used, but it's really heavy duty, so that's why I like it. So I picked that up. These are rings, and I've been trying to pick these up when I see them. I actually have some more over here that I picked up on different trips, and I have a few over here. These are great for small journal packs. You can put tags on these. I want to use them for swatches because I have got a lot of Tim Holtz products. I've got distress crayons, I've got oxides, I've got inks, I've got the watercolor pencils, and I've also got the distress mica stains. So I'd like to swatch them, and in order to have them in one spot, I thought I would need to get some of these. So when I find them, I pick them up, and I've got some now, so there's those. This next set of stuff is a little weird. Like I said, I dig through the bottom of the bins and I find cool stuff, and these are no exception. I found some money from Australia. Clearly I can't use it in the United States, but there are a couple things I think I can do with these. I can take them to a bank where they do exchanges on foreign currency, or I could make photocopy. I could like scan these because these images are so pretty. Like, look at this. Isn't that cool? I love those. I don't know if it's grain or wheat. Maybe grain and wheat are the same thing. I don't know. But I like the images, and I might be able to scan them and utilize them on some ephemera. So yeah, so I've got whatever the denomination is, I've got 4. So there's those. This little box was at the bottom of the bin, and most of the time when you find a little box that has anything in it, you're pretty lucky, because a lot of times people will just rip through those bins and tear apart boxes and things that they see, because they're doing the same thing I am. They're looking for treasure, and sometimes you find it and sometimes you don't. I don't know if I would consider this an actual treasure, but this is actually a pretty cool little set when I opened it. And what this is, it's really old. This foam stuff is fragile. It's coming apart. So this has been somewhere for a really long time. But what these are they're enameled aspen leaves. And they're actually leaves, according to what this little pamphlet says. It's from the Golden Harvest Company. And this says it's a genuine aspen leaf. And apparently, yeah, they took and they painstakingly found leaves that were of similar size and proportion, and they made pretty jewelry out of it. And I don't know when this was made. My guess, 70s, just based on the colors, because that's like a color that could have come from the 70s. You know, most companies don't put these pamphlets in their products anymore, and not to mention this box is really old. So I thought this was really cute. It's probably going to end up in my Etsy shop, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested. I also gathered a bag of stuff. This is all like jewelry and things. There's some change in here that I found, so I'm just going to dump it out and quickly go through it. Let's start with this bag. So here I've got a cute little leaf. It's coated with some kind of copper or something. That would be cute on pretty much anything. I'm going to consider this a doodad and whatnot. And I will do a video down the road of all the doodads and whatnots that I find, because I find a bunch of them. This is cute. This is Mowgli from the Jungle Book. You know, I find these pins, and I have like hundreds of button pins that eventually I'll put in my stores sometime. Just a pair of costume earrings, a costume bracelet, another single earring, but I thought it was cool because it's got, let's see if I can get this to focus. I liked it. I thought it was cute. It's not silver or anything. It's just a basic earring, but I like the stone, so I can probably use that for something. That'll probably get put just in a craft lot of jewelry. And then I found these. Somebody went somewhere and got a bunch of flattened pennies. Let's see if I can focus in just a little. So I got some flattened pennies. This one has Chicago, Wyoming, New York, Colorado, Denver, some M&Ms, I don't know. This one, Coors Brewery. Oh, okay, and then the Colorado Rockies. So those are kind of neat. I like to collect these because I have my own, of course, from places that I've gone. But I was thinking about how when I'm doing different ephemera and things for journals, I might be able to poke holes in these and use these as little plates or something. And I don't even necessarily have to use that side. I could use that side. So whatever. You know, those are cool. So I have those. And then I've got another bag here with some other it's broken pieces of jewelry, some beads and stuff. Those are not real pearls. I tested them. There's some glass beads that are strung, and then there's little thin, I don't know if there's a puka shells or what they are, but there's just some random stuff in here. I pick it up and just go on with it. It can be used for crafts and stuff. This is half of a 5 lira note from Italy. Yeah, clearly it's no longer valid currency, but the design and the cool pictures can definitely be used in some ephemera. I have that. I'll just dump this one out. I know it's probably not legal to buy change, so we're not going to say I bought any change. I'm just going to remove the change from this pile and put that over here. But I do find change from time to time, and I always snag it because, you know, it's money. So you don't want to throw money in the trash. I can just imagine how much money is, you know, sent to the landfill that comes out of the Goodwill bins. I find a bunch of change all the time, and yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. But here's some other just random jewelry that I found, random pieces. Nothing spectacular except for one piece. And do you guys know what piece I'm talking about? Let's see if you can see it. It's right there in the middle. It's right here. We'll flip that over in just a second. But just some random stuff. I do have bulk jewelry for sale in my Etsy shop. And I don't know if I have any in my Etsy shop right now, but I do have some in my Mercari, and I will be listing more. It's just been, I've just been super busy. I don't know if I've talked about it in my other videos or not, but I do work full time, so I don't have as much time to devote to my content as I would like. But in the coming weeks, that's going to change because I did get a cancer diagnosis, so I will be having surgery. I met with the surgeon Tuesday, and I am scheduled for surgery on November 15th. It's a common cancer that women my age get, and so I'm going to have a full hysterectomy. So I'm going to be down and out for a little while. So while I'm home, I figured I will be able to work on some content because my boss won't let me come back to work, she said, for at least 2 weeks. So I don't want to be the person that, you know, defies my boss and says, oh no, I'm coming back to work the next day, because that's not going to happen. But she said at least 2 weeks, so I'm going to do as the boss orders, even, you know, though she's not the doctor, and stay out for the 2 weeks. So that's the update on that, and hopefully everything will be fine. I'm not really worried. I've approached this with a good attitude, and that's really all I can do because I don't have time to sit and cry about anything. So anyway, let's get back to this stuff. This is what I was talking about. I think this is just the prettiest pen. Let's see if I can make that focus. Come on. It's autofocus. You can do it. You can do it. Maybe it can't do it. I don't know. There we go. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be because I have a couple of other of these, but I believe this might be an Avon piece. From a representative or something. I might be wrong because it looks very similar, and it could even be gold. I'll have to test it, or it might be plated. I don't see any markings, but that doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I thought that was really pretty. And I'll test it maybe in another video and see what it really is. So I have all those. I'm going to move those off to the side because I'm going to have to sort through them at some point anyway. I do have bulk jewelry that is wearable and sellable, and then I have other bulk jewelry that's craftable. So that's like for the single earring pieces, the broken stuff, you know, all that jazz. All right, so this bag, I just swooped this up. I didn't even look through it. I don't know what's in here, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, those are Disney pins, and we're going to kind of look at them real quick together. I've not looked at these, so I don't know exactly what's in here. I don't know what this is. I really don't. It's a Disney pin, but I don't know what it is. So anyway, oh, we've got somebody skating. I'm not sure who it is. I don't know. These are just really cute. And for those of you that don't know, I lived in Florida a good portion of my life, and I lived about 2 hours from Disney World. So I spent a lot of time there over the years. And before I finally decided to move out of Florida and move to Colorado, I had gone there the entire last year that I lived in Florida. I bought myself an annual pass, and I went enough times at least to make it worth the price of the pass. But yeah, so I used to spend a lot of time at Disney, and I love Disney. And these are so cute. How could you not love these? Oh my Lord, they are adorable. I'll try to get them in frame for you. I'm a terrible camera person. Like I said, I've dabbled in photography over the years, and I've just not gotten really good at it. All right, so those are cute. Let's move on. I do have a few more things. Actually, I have quite a few more things. I did pretty good last night, actually. Not as much craft stuff as last week, but I did find some cool stuff that I can use for crafting, and also some stuff that I can resell. I'm just putting the stuff that I have in the bag right here off to the side. All right, so a couple of different things that I've not seen before. These are some tools. Let me back out now because we had gone in. The show's over. Okay, so this first item is called a wood carving knife, and I don't know if I need a wood carving knife, but you know what? You never know what kind of crafting you're going to start doing at any given time. So sometimes it's good to just have things, and when you need them, you're like, oh wait, I've got one of those. So, you know, there's that. This I thought was interesting. It's called a sportsman's plier, and it might be for removing hooks from fish. I'm not sure. But I think I'll be able to use it for something. It's pretty heavy. It's substantial. It weighs about as much as a set of vice grips maybe. And it's pretty heavy like vice grips. It's been well loved. It's got some rust on it right there. And it's got this cool thing to keep them as closed as you can, I guess, if I can get it on there. So yeah, I'll probably use this for something. Next up, it's a couple craft things now. This is some kind of Steampunk Charm or something. I'm not 100% sure, and of course the tag's covering it, but I'll bring this up so you can see it maybe. I'll flip it over. I don't know what I can use this for. It looks like this piece in here is bent over. So yeah, I don't know how well you can see that, but it might be able to be flattened out and you put on maybe the front of a journal cover or something. I don't know. It's cool. It's steampunk, and I like steampunk. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab a couple of these other things. I found some sets of cards, and I thought that these were really pretty. These are made by a company called Nomadic Notes, and there's 4 cards and 4 envelopes in the package, and they just have pretty floral designs, so I got those. And the thing with cards, you can never have too many note cards. They come in handy for all kinds of things. I mean, I could use them clearly for crafting, or I can use them to send cute notes. These are a little older. They were sold by a place called Kimball Pharmacy. I don't know where Kimball Pharmacy is or how long these have been around, but they look kind of old. And they're called Mad Stage. I don't know. That's the only... Oh, here we go. Stender Notes Design Mad Stage. I don't know. I've never heard of this before, and I really didn't pay attention to the outer edge. Okay, let's see this. So there's 8 notes. Made in Denmark. Ooh, okay. All right. I don't know if there's 8 in here. I'm not going to take them out, but I've got 2 designs. I've got some ducks, and of course there's no thing on this one, so they're probably made by the same company. Oh yeah, this says Mad Stage. So yeah, I thought they were cute, and I picked them up. I'm spending too much time on note cards. You guys will recognize these. I did a video a couple weeks back where I made backgrounds using photo paper, and oh my god, the designs are just phenomenal. I used the Tim Holtz Mica Stains on the photo paper, and it created like this metallic look, and it made my crafts just really pop. So I said in that video that I wish I had picked up more of it, because there was more photo paper that day that I went to the bins and found it, but I didn't pick it up because I wasn't sure how it was going to work with the mica stains. But the result was phenomenal, so I was really kicking myself that I didn't pick up the photo paper when I found it. But last night I found another pack of it, so there's probably maybe 30 or 40 sheets here. So I love it. I can make Christmas backgrounds now. I hope you guys will tune in for that, because that's going to be really cool. I did find the new Tim Holtz Christmas collection for this year of the mica stains. Let me grab it and show you what I found. So it's this one. Haven't even opened it yet and tried it out. It's got Juniper Berry, Yuletide, and Frozen Fog. And I was so excited when I found this in Joann's, because they've been slowly bringing in the new products of Tim Holtz. And I've found a whole bunch of inks and other things there, so I was really excited when I saw this, so I grabbed it. It was not on sale, but I had a 50% off coupon, so with tax I paid $7.02 for this whole entire pack. So we're going to be doing Christmas backgrounds real soon, I promise, guys. All right, moving right along, I got a couple more things. This looks like it was probably purchased at Big Lots, because that's a Big Lots price tag. But they're just little rub-on letters. Brand new in the package. Doesn't look like anybody's ever used it. So I got those. These, when I see stuff like this, I try to pick it up because these are linen pieces. I'm not sure if they're handkerchiefs or if they're coasters. Let's open it and see because I'm not 100%. But they do look like they're linen, and I don't have any information on them. Nope, they're just little, like, maybe they're meant to set a cup on. Maybe they're a coaster or something, but they're very pressed, very flat, and they're pliable, but they're pretty substantial. So I got this pack, and it looks like there are 6 in here. So I will find something to do with these. I've got other linen handkerchiefs and things that I have found over the last few years at the bins. Oh my gosh, I can't get that in there. I am helpless. Okay, that goes over there. I can fix it later. All right, so yeah, I found all kinds of linen handkerchiefs and things that I have in my fabric stash. So eventually I will probably use those. This next item is just so cute. I couldn't help it. And yeah, so it's it's a brass dinosaur. Yeah, he's just adorable. I don't know what kind of dinosaur. I probably knew when I was a kid because I loved dinosaurs, and you can see the beautiful patina. Anytime I find brass figurines, I pick them up because people love these. I've sold a few, and I've got a few more in one of my shops, or maybe both of them. I don't know. I've kind of put my resale a little bit to the wayside with my recent health issues that are going on. I haven't really been pushing it too much, so I haven't been buying a lot of stuff for resale, but you know, in this haul I do have some things clearly that are going to go to the resale, but I haven't been pushing it too much, so I haven't listed anything new. But that'll be another project while I'm in my recovery. I'm going to call it my recovery vacation. Maybe not the right terminology, but yeah, while I'm recovering, I'm going to work on some projects that I can do here at home. So next up, this is a box of wire mesh. It says it's easy to use and that it's 100% copper, and you can put it on all kinds of cool craft projects. I pick stuff up like this too because it's just random, and I love to have random stuff in my stash. So there's that. And then I found a 1-yard cut of some fabric, never used. It's got cute little ghosts, so maybe next year for Halloween I can do a project with that. That'll be another thing. Once I move my craft room around, I'll be able to organize it a little differently because the space that I'm currently in is a little small. It's like a 10-foot long room by like 6 feet, and then I've got this really nice, probably 18 or 20-inch counter that goes the length of the room. And I love this space, but it's not as functional as I want it to be with all the craft stuff and all the projects that I'd like to do, not to mention my camera setup. I will say, though, the room that I'm planning to move into will not have as much light in it as this room does. This room is surrounded by windows all the way around. And maybe I'll do a quick craft room tour so you guys can see what I currently have and then compare it to what I'm going to have here in the next few weeks. So moving right along, I've got these. I thought these were adorable. These are tiny tags. They're meant for jewelry, but you know, they'll work good in ephemera for sure, especially those tiny little rubber stamps that have a number or a small symbol or shape or something on them. I think these will be good for that. I hesitated when I found this. I picked it up and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I won't get it. And I put it down, and then I thought, you know what? Yes, I will, because even though it's these particular colors, they can be painted, they can be stained. You could probably even cover them with alcohol ink. You don't have to leave them the way they are. And I think I've said this in other videos, that you can actually utilize things in other ways than their main purpose or what was intended for them. So yeah, these I don't know what I'll do with, but if I do use them, I'm probably going to change the colors because I don't really care for these particular colors. But you know what? That's okay. It's a starting point. All right, I've got just a few more things for you guys. A couple more crafty things, a couple more resale things, but we're going to try to wind this down as quickly as we can. This next item is it's from a scrapbook kit that was in a box, and whoever had donated this to the bins taped the outside of the box, and the outside was like a soft leathery material, so the tape made it all sticky and it was gross, And so I thought, you know, I don't want the outer box. I don't want the album that's in it. I'll just get this. And this is just a bunch of cool papers. So, you know, you can never have too many papers as a crafter. So I'll just kind of thumb through these real quick. Definitely can use these. They look like they're 3 by 5. Let's see if there's a measurement on here. And no. Maybe they're bigger than 3 by 5. Maybe they're 5 by 7. I've got a ruler. Let's find out. Okay, so they're 6.5 and 4.5. So they're 4.5 by 6.5. Definitely not 3 by 5. But that's okay. I'll use them. I'll just put them in my stash because I love craft supplies, clearly. This next item, oh my gosh, I was so excited to see this. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit more information on how the bins operate. So they throw everything into bins, but sometimes they'll separate it out by books and games, or they'll have DVDs and VCR tapes. They'll have heavy stuff. They'll have things with wires. And this particular next item was in a bin that was filled with boxes. Can you stand this? Oh my gosh. This is a box, and it looks like it's full of inorganic chemistry study cards. When I saw this, I was like, oh, this is ephemera heaven for many reasons. I mean, look at this. It's got like scientific information. It's got equations. It's just awesome. And the thing is, it looks like it's pretty full, maybe complete. I don't know. It doesn't really matter if it is or not. But look at how much this cost when it was new. So that tells me this is a pretty old set. Let me see if I can find a date on it. I cannot find a date. Doesn't look like there's one. But it's been around for a while, I imagine. And there's no barcode. So it's pretty old, maybe from the 60s. I'll have to look this up and maybe do an update. But I was very excited to find this because it's full, it's intact, and I got it for the book price, which is 69 cents. Can't beat that with a stick because it's heavy, and I didn't want to pay for it weight-wise because that's how they charge in the bins, is by weight. Yeah, so anyway. Okay, the camera stopped. I don't know how much you saw. Hopefully you saw this. I think you might have. I was very excited about this. I will go back and re-edit if I have to. This is a pocket pedometer, and I looked it up on eBay, and they're going for about 30-40 bucks. Brand new, never used. I don't know what it looks like inside. I don't want to know what it looks like inside because I'm probably going to sell it, so I'm going to sell that one. Just a couple of paper bags. Nothing fancy. This one's actually a little thicker than this one. I don't know if you can see how rigid this one is, but it's cool. This will definitely get used somewhere. Over there. Another one of these. Brand new in the package. And these can be cut down to any size. So I could even cut these to make cards, you know, score them down the middle, fold them over or whatever. I could make like cool cards and do the distress mica stains on these. So never can have enough cool stuff. I know I sound like a broken record, and I'm sorry, guys. This I found. My son actually was asking me if I had any of these the other day, and I did not. And I saw them, and I'm like, you know, I'll grab it because he might still need them. So it's just little tabs for binders. These I found, and they're loose. So I found 2 loose ones, and all they are is these giant file folders that you know, just put different, I guess these you would punch holes and fold over or something. But I thought these would be great to make things out of, and I actually found 2 loose red ones. I think there might have been more, but I didn't pick them up. And then I grabbed a couple that are brand new in the package, so they're packs of 5. But what drew me to them was these colors, these old vintage looking colors. I thought these would be great for tag making with my Tim Holtz. Are they Tim? They're not Tim Holtz. They're like Tim Holtz rubber stamps where I can make the cool tags and stuff in that vintage color. And it looks like, you know, I could make a lot. So I got those. I'm gonna have to find a place to put all this stuff, you guys. All right, so this is actually just some paper. It's canvas paper, and I don't know if you can see that texture, but it's a canvas paper. It was also in a pad, had several that were used, so I didn't buy the whole pad. I just bought what was blank, so I got those, and I'm going to put that with my watercolor paper. And then this last pad is oil and acrylic paper, and it's also like got a canvasy thing. Maybe it's the same as this. Kind of looks like it. Yeah, it's probably the same. Maybe no, this one's big. These are bigger, so this one did not come out of this. But you know what? They're great for craft projects, and it looks like I have enough paper to last me at least a week. I wish I could craft that much to where I only had a week's supply. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we are down to the last couple items, and I saved these for last because I thought they were pretty cool. This item is I guess it's a sugar bowl. And they've got it taped up. I didn't take the tape or anything off. And it's made by Grace's Teaware. And I looked it up online, and it's supposed to come with like a creamer thing too, but I didn't find that. But I thought it was really cute. And somebody may have broke their sugar bowl and has the creamer to go with this. So that's why I pick stuff up like this, because, you know, it's a one-off and somebody may need this. You know, so I picked it up and I'll put it in one of my shops. All right, we are down to the last item, and when I saw these, I didn't know what they were at first. I kind of gathered what they were, but they're vintage, and I don't know how old they are. But these beauties are doorstops. Look at these. Like, can you imagine having a house that's so ornate and beautiful that you can utilize these doorstops? And they're super old. I would say early part of the the 1900s, the 20th century. I haven't done a lot of research, but they're cool, and that's why I picked them up. So, yeah, I thought this was just really a nice little find. They're not perfect by any means. I thought that they were at first, but I just now found that this guy's got a chip. Oh, what a shame, but that's okay. I'll still sell them as a set. You know, somebody may want them even though it has a chip. You know, my mother actually has an Etsy shop, and she sells stuff very much like this. She does a lot of vintage and antique glassware, and some people will buy things with chips. So, you know, it's not my intention to sell things that are damaged or broken or anything like that. And when I picked these up, if I'd have seen the chip, I may have not purchased them, but it's okay, you know, not a big deal. So that's it for my haul. I hope that this was really an inspiring time for you. I hope that you enjoyed all the great stuff that I got. Yeah, and my next video that I'm going to work on is probably going to be a craft project. I really need to do some more crafting, but I did want to share this haul with you because it's pretty substantial. It's not the massive craft supply haul that I found last time, but it's still a pretty good haul nonetheless. So with that, you guys, I thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing and joining me in this journey of whatever it is I think I'm doing. And I hope that those of you that have just found me will also like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I do want to say thank you to my new subscribers. I've had about 7 new subscribers this week, so I really appreciate you guys joining along and following me with my random acts of whatever it is I do in my life. So with that, guys, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.